Hi boys and girls, today we are going to be working with the ed suffix. Now if you remember from some of the other videos, ed can either say d, t, or id. Today's video is going to be focusing on the words that have ed that say d. You'll notice down here that I have a hat that has a d. We're going to use that to help us cover the sounds in the word to help make it a little bit easier to read. There is a rule that can help us when knowing what sound to use, but it's kind of tricky. Typically, an ed ending will say d when the last sound of the base word is one that makes your throat vibrate. This is called a voiced sound. Now, an easier way to remember this is that usually if the base word, ends with an L, a Z, a G, or a Y, a O, Z, G, or Y, the ed will say d. Here we have our first word. Notice that the base word is play. Since Y was one of our voiced sounds, I know that typically the ed in this word is going to say d. If I put this hat on the ed, essentially I'm reading the word this way. Played. Played. My son played with the Legos. Here we have a similar word. This word has the base word of stay. Since Y is a voiced sound, I know that the ed is probably going to say d. What do you think the word is? Stayed. Stayed. The dog stayed when I gave my command. Let's try another one. Notice in this word, spray, it has an AY at the end of the base word. Since Y is one of our voiced sounds, I know that again, that ed is probably going to say d. Let's see what we get. Sprayed. The firefighter sprayed the fire with his hose. Yay! Here we have a base word that ends in an L. This word is grill. L is still a voiced sound, so we can still put the d sound over the ed. Here we have grilled. Grilled. My father grilled us shish kebabs. I see mushrooms and peppers and even squash. Yum. This example here is a little bit tricky. The base word in this word is bang. Although ang wasn't one of the voice sounds that we mentioned, it's still possible that the ed says d. So to be safe, let's try. Again, banged, banged. The fireworks banged in the night. Bang, bang, bang! This word is important to consider because in this word we have the vowel saying its name. Although that can matter in some of the other words we've talked about in other videos, for this rule, it doesn't matter. Again, our focus is on the ending sound of the base word. The word is smile. L is a voiced sound, so we still put the d for the ed, and now we have smiled. It is worth noting that the E in smile that made the I say his name is also working as part of the ed team. Even though it's working both ways, the ed, when it's covered with the d sound, that I is still saying its name. The baby smiled and smiled and smiled. Gee. This word also has a magic E. V is a voiced sound as well. The base word, since that magic E is going to make the A say its name, save. Save, when I put the D ending over top of the ED, the word is saved. I saved all my money in my piggy bank and now I'm rich. Here, this base word ends in two L's, a buddy letter or a bonus letter. Still, the rule's not changed. Since L is a voiced sound, I know that ed is probably going to say d. I try to read it. Ill, drilled, drilled. My dad and his friend drilled a hole as they built the garage. This word has the bonus letters of yen. The base word is y. L. Yell. When I cover up that ed with the d sound, I get yelled. Did you hear what I yelled? Ed can say d. Remember, typically an ed ending will say d when the last sound of the base word is one that makes your throat vibrate. We call this a voiced sound. An easier way to remember this is just remember that usually if it ends in L, Z, G, or Y, the ed will probably say d. It's always good to check though, because sometimes the words are a little funky. Whoop, 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 whoop! You now know that ed ending says d.